There's a new poll of Iowa's elections for governor and U.S. Senate. I'm Laura Belin. Let's dig in. First, the governor's race. Rob-San is looking pretty good in this poll by Emerson College and Nexstar Media. He's ahead of the Republican Zach Lane by about 5.5 points. That's outside the margin of error. Among independents in the poll, he's up by 26 points. So it's a commanding lead. And also, Emerson asked respondents in this poll, is it important to you that a candidate for statewide office has lived in Iowa for most of their adult life? And more than 75% said that was very important or somewhat important. Now let's go to the Senate race. Republican Ashley Hinson has a small lead over Josh Turek. She's ahead by about 2.5 points. That is within the poll's margin of error, but she does have a lead. The independents are keeping Josh Turek competitive in this poll. He's got a strong lead in that group. And he has more of the Democratic voters, the people who say that they voted for Kamala Harris in the last election. Slightly higher percentage of those are for Turek compared to the percentage of Republicans and Donald Trump voters who say they are supporting Ashley Hinson. I think a really important finding in this Emerson College poll is that Donald Trump's approval is underwater. He's about 8 points under on this poll. About 43% say they approve of his job performance, 51% disapprove. And that's a sample where by a 10% margin, the people who took this poll voted for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris in 2024. So it's not a Democratic skewed sample. There are more Republicans than Democrats in the poll. Finally, a finding that was pretty surprising to me when asked whether they supported the state school voucher program, about a little more than 41% support, also about 41% didn't support. Of course, there was a big partisan divide with Democrats heavily opposed to school vouchers, Republicans strongly in favor, and independents a little bit less supportive, about 35% support, 42% don't support. I would have expected pretty big numbers against the school voucher program, just given how often Rob-San and other Democratic candidates have been talking about that issue. In any case, you can read more about the poll and the crosstabs at Bleeding Heartland. I'm Laura Belin.